Hello, my name is Jack. This is an international airport, and that is a 787 on its way to London, England. Now, on average, it takes round about 7 hours for that thing to make it across the Atlantic. However, just 30 years ago, there was an airplane that could get you across the pond much faster than that. This is Concorde, the only successful attempt at a supersonic airliner in human history. Instead of taking 7 hours to cross the pond, this thing could do it in just 3.5. However, there were times when it went even faster. On the 7th of February 1996, a Concorde operated by British Airways set the record for the fastest transatlantic crossing by a man-made object. On that day, it flew from New York to London in just 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 59 seconds, a record that still stands today. And I think that's long enough. So today I will attempt to beat the record myself. Now, obviously, I don't have an actual Concorde at my disposal, as the only ones that still exist are being held up in museums never to fly again. So instead, I shall be using Microsoft Flight Simulator. When Concorde set the record for fastest transatlantic crossing, it did so by traveling at an average speed of 1,248 miles per hour. To do this, the pilots didn't just dump the afterburners and hope for the best. Power! They had to rely on natural elements to set their record. The crew of the Concorde flight considered everything from wind velocity to air temperature to ensure that the jet flew as fast as it could possibly go. Attention travelers, please for the sake of everyone here, do not lick the terminal windows. Once again, please do not lick the terminal windows. Thank you. Well folks, welcome to JFK. This is the start point for our challenge. And this is our bird, a Concorde fittingly painted in the British Airways livery. It looks pretty good. So let's hop into the cockpit and get this thing started. As you can see, there are 1,000 different bells and whistles inside this thing. All of them do different shit. I'm not gonna tell you what all of them do because I don't actually know. I only know what the basic buttons and knobs do to actually make the thing work. So here's how all this is going to work. We're firing up the engines now. We're gonna push back in just a moment and taxi out to the runway. The clock will start as soon as we lift off the ground, and I do have a stopwatch with me, ready to go. And also, to minimize the chance of failure in this challenge, I have set the fuel level to unlimited. Before we do leave the gate, I need to mess around with the autopilot here, so just stand by. Need to set the feet to 28,000. Yes, we're moving. Once again, the stopwatch will not begin until I leave the ground, so this does not count as us having started yet. Yes, okay, alright, that's a lot of ATC instructions. I get it, go to the runway and fly. I understand planes pretty much. Now we get to do one of my favorite parts of the Concorde procedure, which is lowering the nose. The windscreen drops into the nose, and then the nose itself lowers down. Oh, that's so cool. It's the little details in life. Oh, what the hell is this? Traffic jam. Okay, well, one of them just despawned. The other one just despawned. Okay, never mind. The game fixed that problem. This is probably my favorite part of flying the Concorde. It's just the coolest thing, because you come into the cockpit and you flip on these switches here. These are your afterburner switches, and you feel like frickin' Star Trek, or somebody in Star Trek, when you turn those on. In 3, 2, 1, mash that throttle! Mash it, mash it, mash it! Look at that power! Now it's time to pull back on the stick. And away we go. We're off the ground. Stopwatch has officially started. Wheels are coming up, and we're gonna leave those afterburners on as we climb out of New York City. We have to go auto throttle 1, flight director on autopilot 1, afterburners off. This is a bit hectic, so bear with me. Then we need to push max climb and altitude acquire. Now I can let go of the controls and the plane will do its thing. Passing through 10,000 feet now. Already, we've only been in the air for 1 minute and 45 seconds according to the stopwatch. So things are looking good. I'm gonna pull up the map here. Don't mind this warning on the screen. Just ignore that. Gonna pull up the map here. We need to completely turn the plane around. London is in the opposite direction. We're now passing 20,000 feet after being in the air for only 3 minutes, about, and our speed is already extraordinary, doing nearly 400 knots indicated airspeed. Okay, we're now leveling off at 28,000 feet, and we're nearly pointed in the direction we need to be heading. And why is this thing pulling to the right? Excuse you. Hey, can you stop? We need to be going towards London, not frickin' Africa. Okay, after pressing a few buttons, I think I got the plane to behave itself now. Now we're finally heading in the right direction. Now if we look down here at our Mach meter, our indicated speed. Currently we're doing 608 miles per hour ground speed, which is nowhere near fast enough. We need to at least double that if we want a chance of beating this record. Okay, quick update. We are now 11 minutes into the flight and we've reached a speed of 700 miles per hour. Again, still nowhere near how fast we should be going, but the air of course gets thinner the higher up you go, which means of course less air resistance and therefore the faster you go. So I anticipate that the speed will continue to climb all the way up to our cruise altitude of 60,000 feet. Okay, well, we are now 20 minutes into the flight and we have just passed an important milestone. We just passed the 1,000 mile per hour mark, which is wild. And I'm still messing around with the autopilot, so don't mind the plane. It's just doing some funny things to get onto our heading here. Part of me wanted to try disconnecting the autopilot, but I'm afraid if I do that, everything is gonna go to shit. So I'm not gonna try that. But also, I'd like it if this thing would stop banking to the right. Wait a minute, there's a heading display button here. I have a heading for Heathrow, it's 269. That's a good number. So if I set it to if I set this to 269 and then press heading select, will it turn towards London? It's turning in the right direction-ish. Okay, that's a much more intense bank to the left. Okay, yeah, no, this thing's not leveling off. Now we're flying north. Crap, 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 balls, nuts. Dang it. I'm trying not to say bad words. Oh no, hang on a minute. Why, we're turning back to the right. Oh, it's because I have track heading on and I was messing around with the heading. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we can, like, find some kind of medium here. This is not how pilots do it in real life, but you know what? We're improving this where does 156 degrees put us? I don't know. I don't know how pilots calculate heading. It involves a mathematical equation and I suck at math, so I'm literally just guessing by entering numbers into the plane and hoping that it does magic. I do not know what I'm doing anymore. I thought I had this in the bag and now I've lost all my confidence. How far are we into the flight? We're nearly 30 minutes in at this point. And things are not going well. 278? Now we're really leveling off. Okay, hold on. I think I'm figuring it out. Hold on. We might be cooking. What's our speed? 1,082. That's not fast enough. But you know what? I'm not worried about the speed right now. We can deal with speed later. Just want to make sure we're heading in the right direction first. Because it's all well and good going fast, but it'll make no difference if we end up in Madrid rather than London. Right now we're just doing S's in the sky. ATC is probably looking at me like, what the hell is he doing up there? Okay, I think I got it. I just gotta pay attention to the game's flight director that it gave me. Clearly the game knows more about itself than I do. And you know what? That checks. Now we can turn our direction back to the speed thing, and we're still like 200 miles an hour short of the average. How do we make this thing go faster? See, my thinking was this. It's abusive, but it would work because we have infinite fuel. Just leave the afterburners on. A real Concorde flight would never do that, primarily because Concorde was designed to be able to maintain, high speeds without needing to have the afterburners on all the time, unlike the Tupolev 114, which was the Russian version of Concorde. But because this is a video game, and because I have infinite fuel, and because I'm trying to beat a world speed record, how about I just leave the afterburners on? Is that a viable strategy? Would that even work? We are slowly gaining speed, but we're not gaining speed fast enough. And again, we still are not at our cruise altitude yet, which I don't understand because I have it set to 60,000 and for some reason it stopped climbing at 45,500 feet. That's something I don't understand. Wait a minute. I just realized the nose is still down. Oh my goodness. What? Why are you beeping at me? Did I do a bad? Uh-oh. Can the nose not raise at this speed? Are we going too fast? Okay, now I know why we weren't gaining speed. It's because the nose was down. How did I not notice that till now? Wait, are we overspeeding? How fast are we going now? 1,150. Mate, we still need to be going faster than that, so you're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. I think I understand what the issue was. It was me being an idiot. Current speed 1,146 and climbing. That's good news. So I should probably point out at this point that this plane is a mod that I downloaded for this game, which means that Microsoft Flight Simulator was not designed to have a supersonic airliner in it. So the air traffic control in the game is quite confused as to why I'm at 57,000 feet and doing Mach 2. Okay, I've got the heading situation sorted out, by the way. I finally understand how that works. We are 42 minutes into the flight now. And again, the record to beat is 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 59 seconds. Okay, let's watch that speedo. 1,180. 81. 82. Alright, it's going up. 1,248. Come on, 1248. There it is. We've reached the target speed of the record-breaking Concorde. Alright. Okay. Auto throttle, Mach hold on, auto throttle 1. At this point, there really is nothing left for me to do. So I'm just gonna let the game run and monitor it occasionally to make sure the plane isn't straying too far off course or, exploding or anything like that. And, yeah, until we get closer to London, enjoy the scenic views of Concorde zooming across the sky. We are now officially 1 hour and 1 minute into the flight. Okay, folks, we are 267 nautical miles away from London and approximately 2 hours, 27 minutes into the flight. We're going to be beginning our descent here momentarily, which means that I genuinely have a shot at beating this record. Again, the record is 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 59 seconds. This is incredible. I might actually do this. The whole time the plane was cruising at a speed of 1,260 miles per hour across the Atlantic. So actually we have made very, very good time indeed. I think now's a good time to confess at this point that I don't actually know how to land this plane. I haven't practiced that yet, so I guess now is as good of a time as ever. Anyways, let's start descending. As you can see, we are about to cross into England, or the UK, specifically Wales, for those of you who are purists, but it's the UK. We are 2 hours and 31 minutes into the flight now. This is going to be very close, but I think I can actually do it. Okay, I may have botched the descent process just a little bit, and now I'm worried we might be just a tad too high, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with it. Perseverance is a skill. Now, you might be thinking at this point, well, Jack, if you've never landed the plane before, then how do you know what to do in this case? Well, I'm actually watching a tutorial right now in the middle of recording this video on how to land this thing. So that is the state of my situation right now. Quick time update for you. We are now down to, or at, I should say, 2 hours and 36 minutes into the flight. So the window for error is very small. Okay, we're now passing through 35,000 feet. So we're descending very quickly at this point. But now I'm worried about our speed. My concern is that now we're descending so fast that the plane is actually accelerating towards the ground rather than slowing down. Not gonna lie, I can't say that I'm that confident. To be perfectly honest with you. Okay, new plan of attack. I'm going to decrease our rate of descent, but alternatively, I'm gonna slow the plane down. Okay, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous at this point. Sunset is beautiful, but there's bigger fish to fry right now. A world record is on the line here. We're at the 2 hour 44 minute mark, so I have about 13 minutes left to get this thing on the ground. To beat the record, that is. Current speed, 422, now 21 miles per hour. I'm gonna lower the flaps. At this point, you can see the nose starting to lower a little bit, helping to increase drag. Okay, we've now passed through 15,000 feet. I'm going to decrease our rate of descent further, and hopefully the plane will slow down even more. It is slowing down. I'm also going to lower the nose and flaps farther to help increase drag more. And again, slow the plane down more. Oh, that's a beautiful contrail, though. Look at that. This game is stunning, man. Look at that. Oh, man, that's the thumbnail. Or at least has potential to be the thumbnail. That is unbelievably gorgeous. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted right now, but look at that! Wow, this game is stunning. Anyway, back to the challenge at hand. I can see London Heathrow. We have visual. We are about to pass through 10,000 feet. Current ground speed is 340 miles per hour, thereabout. I'm going to decrease our rate of descent even further. Time update. We're at 2 hours and 47 minutes. Excuse me, 2 hours and 48 minutes. Oh, I can do this. I can frickin' do this. Okay, at this point, we're dropping the nose all the way down. You can see it lowering there. Our speed is continuing to reduce at a very comfortable rate. We're about to pass through 10,000 feet. You can see London Heathrow off to our right there. Time on the clock. We are 2 hours, 48 minutes, 45 seconds into the flight. This is possible. This is possible. I can frickin' do this. I can frickin' set a world record in a game, mind you, but it's a world record nevertheless. This is euphoric, what's happening right now. Current ground speed, 255. Starting to get a lot more comfortable with our ground speed. I'm turning off the autopilot, as well as the flight director and the throttle controls. I now have total control over Concorde at this point. I'm gonna fly it in manually. This might be a dumb idea. The situation is too perilous to put it in the hands of the autopilot. Okay, frickin' a paragraph in the Guinness World Record book is on the line here. Holy, this is intense. We're now down to 2 hours and 50 minutes into the flight. 2 hours, 15 minutes, okay. I'm a little bit more relaxed now that I have 7 minutes to get this thing on the ground. Okay. Turning base to line up with the runway. I'm nervous. Not gonna lie, I am nervous. This is the first time I've ever landed it before. Sorry about the clicking noises you're hearing in the background. That's my controller and me desperately fingering it to make sure that this thing stays in the air. Because by design, Concorde does not produce as much lift as your standard A320 or other airliner, because of course it was designed to fly supersonic. So its wings don't generate as much lift. So I'm trying to be extra careful here to make sure we don't just fall out of the sky short of the runway. Okay, we're now approaching the 3,000 mark, which is where you want to be for a final approach. Holy cow. Okay. Turning to line up with the runway. I apologize if I don't talk much here. This matters. This is serious. This is serious business. I am on the cusp of beating a world record in-game. 2 hours and 52 minutes, 30 seconds, and we're lined up for the runway. Going to first-person mode here. We're gonna drop the landing gear at this point. Landing gear is going down, folks. Landing gear is going down, and we just hit the 2 hour, 53 minute mark. Holy cow. I've only got one shot to get this thing on the ground. If I fail, then there simply isn't enough time to go around and try it again. Holy moly, I wish you could feel my heart right now. I really do. Because it's beating out of my chest at this point. Stay lined up with the runway. Come on. Time update. 2 hours, 54 minutes. It's now or never. If I land it, then the record is mine. Dogs are barking in the background. I apologize. Come on, Jack. Come on. Land that thing. Oh no, I think I'm too high. Quickly, push the nose down, Jack. Push the nose down. Yes, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, killing the throttle. Come on, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Please touchdown. Please touchdown. Touchdown! Now! Land! Please land! It's a tail strike landing, but we landed! But we landed! Clock stop! I did it! Frickin' did it! Reverse thrusters on, no frickin' way! Yes! No way! I don't believe it! Oh my goodness. I wish I had a face cam because the smile on my face right now is enormous. Wow. I can't believe it. I'm speechless. I have no words. Okay, so first of all, welcome to London, alright? I flew the Concorde from New York to London successfully, without crashing it, and I did it in 2 hours, 54 minutes, and 43 seconds, which I think you'll find is a new world record for transatlantic crossing. This is so cool. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do this. I think I was just gonna fall just short of the target, but actually I exceeded it by 3 minutes. A full 3 minutes I was faster. All I have to do now is park the plane, check into a hotel, and go to sleep on this accomplishment. Okay, pulling up to the gate now. Nice and slowly. Putting the brake on. I said putting the brake on. Excuse you, Concorde. Where's the brake? I don't know where the brake is. Brake. Parking brake on. Huh, stop. Okay, I might have morphed through the jet bridge slightly, but nevertheless, I beat the world record for fastest transatlantic crossing, and on that very pleasant surprise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll see you later. Take care, and good night.